guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my first impressions on the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. So when Trend Mood posted that they was putting out a new foundation, I was like, oh! Not only am I going to be reviewing the new foundation, but I am going to be reviewing the new Soft Silk primer as well. If this is something that you're interested in seeing, then just keep on watching. If you're new here, I just want to say hi, my name is Victoria and I'm so grateful that you decided to click this video to give it a watch. If you do like it, just give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel out. And if you like me and want to see me on your YouTube feed, then definitely subscribe, click the notification bell, blah 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 blah, you already know. Alright, so today we are going to be reviewing the new Fenty Beauty Soft Silk primer. This is what it looks like, as well as the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This is what it looks like as well. I got the shade 260, which is so weird because last year I got 240, but I realized what was wrong. I realized that it wasn't too dark for me. It was too yellow for me, because this one seemed like a perfect match in the store. So 260 is for medium skin tones with neutral undertones, in case you're wondering. So they did release the new primer and the new foundation, as well as a brush. I personally did not pick up the brush just because I picked up the first one, which is this one right here that came out with the other foundation, and I never even used it. I think I used it a couple times for contour, but for foundation I never did, so I just wasn't interested in getting the brush. Plus this came out to like $75. Mama don't got it like that. So this primer does retail for $32, and its claims is that it's an oil-free primer, smooths away the looks of pores, even skin tones and texture, and instantly absorbs shine without feeling dry or chalky. So that means that you have a smoother foundation application and longer makeup wear. So now I do have the other primer, and this is what the first primer looks like compared to the new primer. So the new primer is definitely a little bit more pinkish, and not only that, they do put the name of the primer on the back. So if you do have both of them, you will not get them confused, because you can definitely tell the difference just looking at them, but it also has a name in the back. Okay, so off the back, it feels just like the first primer, where you just feel like you're putting a nice moisturizer on your face. So I am just going to put a little bit more around my nose area, because it does say that it's supposed to fill in pores, and I do have big pores over there. So I'm just going to put a little bit more there. Smells really, really good. It doesn't really smell like anything. It just smells like a clean smell. So feeling my face, it kind of feels kind of sticky, but not sticky like the J1 Jelly Pack. It just has a little tack to it. So while the primer sits, we're just going to talk about the foundation a little bit. So the foundation retails for $35. It has medium coverage and it's a natural finish. It does say it's best for normal, dry, or combination skin. So this foundation claims to have long-lasting coverage and hydration and have a natural finish look, which means your skin is gonna look like skin. So for the primer, you do get 1 fluid ounce. And for the foundation, you get 1.08. So I'm just gonna pump some on the back of my hand. I did get the shade 260, which seems like the perfect match. Like I said before, this is for medium skin with a neutral undertone. So this is what it looks like. It is kind of thickish because I have it to the side and it's really not leaking too fast, so it's definitely not liquidy. So I am going to do one side with a brush and one side with the sponge. This side is going to be the brush side, and I'm gonna be using this Hourglass brushy. I don't know, but I got it when I went to IMATS and I really, really like it. So I'm just gonna dab some on, and I'm going to start blending it in. Now personally, me, I always like to put my foundation on with a beauty sponge just because it comes out streaky, and I'm not really sure like how you're supposed to be doing a sponge. Are you supposed to do circles? Are you supposed to do stripes? Like, I don't know. And I know I sounded so stupid saying stripes, but it's okay. So it definitely looks like a good color match. Like, it definitely looks like a good color match. It does look a little bit streaky on my forehead. I don't like that too much, but you could tell it took away the redness that I have here. I am gonna zoom you in so you can look on this side. So this is what it's looking like so far. I don't feel like I blended it in well, but I do want to go back over it with a sponge just because that's how I like to put my foundation on. So that was one pump. Now I'm gonna go in with another pump so I could do the sponge. Honestly, I feel like I use less foundation when I pump it on my hand and then put dots all over my face, so I don't know why I didn't do that this time. But for some reason, like, I don't know how people could fill up their whole face with just one pump. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Or it could just be that my head is big, so I have a big face. So this is what it looks like on the sponge side. I really do like it. Now, I know I got a little bit funky stuff by my nose, but my nose is always like that, honestly. I did have a nose ring, and then I have big pores in that, but so far so good. Around my forehead looks fine. So this is the brush side and this is the sponge side. Okay, so far they are looking the same. I have not set my face, but I can tell you that when I touch the brush side, less comes off. When I touch this side, there's a lot of more transfer on the sponge side than it is on the brush side, but that could just be because I had to use a little bit more. The brush definitely looks more natural, but I still see some acne scars, as well as this side right here, but I only put one layer on. So I also feel more heavy and cakey on the sponge side than what I do on the brush side. And like I said, that could just be because I use a little bit more. So in my opinion, so far I am liking the brush side, as long as I go back in and just take away the stripes, but they really just look both the same. I can tell that I am getting more coverage on the sponge side, but then again, I did use a little bit more. So I am going to try to layer it a little bit more on the brush side and just go back in with the sponge just to see how it will look. Just going to go back in with the sponge just because it's what I'm used to. Guys, so my camera is dying a bit and my 3-year-old took my extra battery and put it somewhere and I can't find it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face while I charge my camera battery, and I will be right back to let you know what I think about the foundation so far. I am going to continue to test this out for the rest of the week in different ways, so I will be doing an updated video in the future. But let me go and do the rest of my face so I can show you how it is looking. Alright guys, so I am back. I did the rest of my face. Everything that's on my face will be listed down below. So basically for the primer, I really liked the way the primer was. It was a bit tacky. It was not too sticky, but it was just a little bit tacky. It smelled really fresh and clean, and I really liked that. Also, it did have some smoothing, like it did smooth in some of my pores, but my pores are really big. So unless I have an actual pore filling primer, even with a pore filling primer, it still shows a little bit. That's just what it is. So around my nose, it does look a little bit crusty. That is like one of my driest areas, as well as like over here and whatever. But all the foundations that I really test out kind of crack in my nose. That's why I don't really put too much foundation around there, just because it's gonna crack. So just so you know, I did go in with the Colourpop pressed powder with this big fluffy brush, and I just dusted some powder on my face to kind of set it. I also went in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So this is what it looks like. I did not put any concealer on. I haven't been lately. This is what around my nose looks like. So this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you could see, but the little crusties, whatever. This is what my forehead looks like. One thing I can tell you is that after I put the foundation, before I did anything else to my face, I did notice that I did not see much texture. And I want to say that is because of the primer. Now, right now, you can see this big pimple right here. You were not able to see that until I put the highlighter on. I felt like when I just had the foundation, I totally forgot that I even had that big pimple. And then when I put the highlighter, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about you. But I think it looks really good. I am going to wear it throughout the day. live in Brooklyn, they say. Hey, hey, I live by a highway, hey, 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 and you can hear the trucks all day. Hey, hey. Alright guys, so I just want to hop on in just so I can show you how the foundation is wearing. Now I put this foundation on at 10:30 in the morning, and right now it is 2:59, so it's basically 3 o'clock. Ooh, it just turned 3 o'clock while we were talking. So it is going on almost 5 hours of wear, and although I have been in my house, I have been moving around, I've been cleaning, I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I even ate lunch and I just reapplied my lipstick, and in my opinion, I think it looks better now than when I first put it on. Like, I'm looking at my face and it looks like skin. So I am going to zoom you in and show you what it's looking like, but honestly, I'm really liking it. I really am. So this is what it is looking at. You can see my mascara like smudged. So I have been sweating, I have been moving, but it is looking really good. I'm also gonna dim the light down a little bit so you can see more real life color, I guess. The light is basically as low as possible without having to be off, and this is what it's looking like. This is by my nose, my forehead. It's still covering the pimple. So I am loving it so far. I am going to do one more check-in and then I'm going to let you know my thoughts. Once again, I'm still going to be testing this out throughout the whole week to see if I break out, if I still like it, if I could use it in different ways. I do want to use a more pore-filling primer just because I do use 2 primers. So that's how I'm going to test it out tomorrow. But so far, so good. So I am going to update you before I take this off, and that's all I have to say. So I will see you in a few more hours. Alright guys, so I am back. It is currently 5:07. I had this foundation on for about 6.5 hours, and I am going to end this video here because everyone just got home. My 3-year-old just got home. My fiance just got home. There's gonna be no possible way that I am going to be able to update you guys later. Maybe I will on my phone, but I honestly want to take my makeup off. So overall, I think it looks really, really great. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see how it looks, and then I'm gonna blot. Oh my god, my eyelash got stuck together. That's how you know. That's how you know it's time to take it off. This is how it looks. So not bad at all. So I'm just going to take a blotting sheet, which I got from e.l.f., and I'm just going to blot my face. I personally like the way this looks. I think it looks dewy and healthy, not oily in any way. But I'm just going to blot it so you guys can see how much oils come out. So I was sweating throughout the day, and I also went into the bathroom while my son was in the hot shower so I could comb his hair out because he has very kinky curly hair. But other than that, I stood home. So let me just blot this. So this is how much oil came off of that side, which is so crazy to me because I didn't even feel that oily. And honestly, it feels so much better now that the oils is off. It still looks glowy. Obviously, it looks more shiny on this side, but I'm just going to go ahead and blot that off as well. Even though I'm just going to take my makeup off, but... Alright guys, so that is it. After wearing this foundation for 6.5 hours, I can honestly say I am loving it. I'm so happy that Fenty Beauty finally released this, and the primer is good as well. I am going to continue to test these out throughout the week, and everybody's getting loud in my house, so I'm going to make this quick. Sorry if you hear them, but I am going to continue to test this out through this week, so definitely look forward for another video next week. Because I am going to be testing out for the next 7 days. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna do all of that. But with that being said, that is going to go ahead and complete this video. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.